Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the daily analysis for Nasdaq and SPX based on Elliott wave analysis. And starting with the Nasdaq here on the daily, we have of course a 1, 2, 3, and we're looking for a wave 4 potentially finished, and then we're looking for a wave 5 toward the upside. This wave 4 might be of course a WX and a Y. However, as those fib level are hit of course for a WX and a Y as well are the same. Can be the same, of course, for an expanding flat, because a wave Y can be also hitting this area. And we are looking, of course, therefore for just a three-wave structure here, which is, of course, a zigzag, A, B, and a C, or W, X, and a Y, sorry. And then your wave Y is an ABC. And we're moving toward the upside. Currently, we're moving towards the upside, of course, as a slow recovery for the market. We're not saying here that we're going to move very massively and like nothing has happened. I believe that, of course, we're going to move for higher but very slow recover. We're going to see a potential leading diagonal, and that is going to show some volatility here. And of course, to make the things a little bit much more clearer for later on for the future, and then start to move toward the upside in a wave 1, and then 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, of course, for higher prices. If we dive deeper a little bit inside this area, we can see, of course, a formation of a zigzag toward the upside already given for a wave 1 in a leading diagonal potentially. Of course, it can be as well wave A in bearish scenario again. I'm gonna explain. So in your bullish scenario, of course, you have a zigzag for wave 1, correction for the 2. Currently, you are in a good path for the scenario. Of course, wave 3 as an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 potentially. I'm gonna dive deeper later on. And then getting, of course, after this impulse, correction impulse, finishing a wave 3 for this leading diagonal. That would be a very good signal as well that we are on the right path and on the right analysis right now. So basically, if we are bearish, you have finished 3 waves toward the upside for A, 3 waves for the B. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish a wave C here in the blue zone, which this is not gonna be good. Even if you're looking for higher, it's not gonna be really good, because you started with 3 waves and not an impulse. If you started with an impulse and you're continuing with an impulse, I would say, okay, that is a good signal, even better than leading diagonal. But the problem is that you have 3 waves zigzag. And that means if you finish with corrective wave toward the upside, you might continue the trend for lower. And that means, of course, we don't want to see a great impulse here. We just want to see, of course, an impulse, correction, and then impulse for a wave 3 as a zigzag. Because as a leading diagonal, of course, all the wave 1, 3, and the 5 should be, of course, all of them the same as a zigzag. So basically, this is what I'm looking for right now. If I dive deeper, of course, inside this area on the 15-minute chart, I would like just to check this impulse, where we might have a finished leading diagonal 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave 3 finished, guys. Yeah. So perfectly. So we finished a wave 4, we finished a wave 5. Let me check now this wave 5. Perfect hit, by the way, for the 2.618. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, I would consider this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, guys. So basically, I would say, yeah, we hit the target. It is more than enough to say, okay, we are in a good impulse shape, and we are looking for lower soon or later. Meaning it can still have one more leg, small leg toward the upside, but I believe, of course, we need a little bit bigger correction right now in a zigzag. And that means, of course, next targets would hit, of course, a wave B zone as a zigzag. Here we go. And we're looking, of course, let me reverse. Here we go. So basically, the next zone area can be this area here, coming back down. Of course, it's gonna create some FOMO and some fears, but basically, 0.5 fib level is a target for wave V, and then moving continuously toward the upside, of course, in a zigzag, again, with an impulse. So this is what I'm looking for in the Nasdaq for the next price action. Let's take a look for the SPX here. Yeah, so the SPX also is performing perfectly. I would say in this scenario, you are on the daily here. Yeah, you are in a 1, 2, 3. You're looking for a wave 4 and a 5. So that means, of course, this scenario. Let me just put it nicely. So 1, 2, 3. You're looking for A, B, C, or W, X, and Y, and continuation for a wave 5 towards the upside. Currently on the SPX, you have, of course, yeah, you can call this so far a just a 3-wave structure. However, don't forget that this can still play as 1, 2, 3, and a wave 4 and a 5 still can be unfolding, but it can also be finished as a zigzag, very simply, in case we see continuation towards the upside. So we don't want to see continuation for a wave 5. This is the thing. We would like to see an invalidation of this impulse by hitting this fib level, not fib level, sorry, this level 5,489. Taking this level, meaning invalidation of this impulse. And that means the invalidation of the impulse. That means, of course, that you're looking for higher sooner or later once you hit this level. And yeah, so to hit this level, we need this leading diagonal to continue toward the upside. Let's move to the 2-hour chart here. Yeah, so we need, of course, this to move toward the upside after a zigzag for a wave 1, A, B, and a C for a wave 2, after hitting perfect levels for a wave 2, and continuation for higher prices. Now, I would like to see, of course, a zigzag again, the same as for the wave 1 here. Zigzag for the wave 5 as well. That would be perfect. If we move even closer on the 15-minute chart, we have already an impulse. I would say it is a finished A, and potentially you're looking right now for the wave B and a wave C toward the upside. So the same as NASDAQ, where we potentially topped and we're looking for corrections. The same is for the SPX. We potentially have bottomed even for wave B, and you can even move directly right now for a new impulse toward the upside for the SPX. What I would like to see is a new high, at least taking the high here in a zigzag and then moving for a bigger correction again. Yeah, so I would say the SPX is also showing some good signals. And this looks also impulsive, by the way. So if we move, yeah, it looks like just one leg toward the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So basically, you can say even that you continue the trend right now, you are in the move toward a wave C toward the upside to finish a wave 3, potentially. So I would say that the market might open in green today. So we're gonna see in few minutes, of course. So let me upload this video for you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.